stuff. And yeah, characters could be annoying, and it's okay to complain. But to say
Right.
that someone only got TGO or won because of that character is just bullshit. I mean, that
Bullshit,
should be.
bro.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Three main reasons on how to stop being ass at Tekken. You know what I'm saying? If you don't apply these things, you're gonna be ass at Tekken 8 too. Yo, what's up, YouTube? Today, man, it's your boy Dr. PGNGM. Praise God to get money. Y'all know what it is. I stream every day on Twitch, man. I actually stream the most. I actually clock in and log in the most hours of streaming on Twitch for a Tekken streamer, man. So I really put in this work, man. So today I want to share with you, why people are terrible at Tekken. More importantly, the three main reasons on how to stop being ass at Tekken. You know what I'm saying? So, a little brief background on me for those of you that are unfamiliar. This is my first, not only is this my first Tekken I've ever played, I've only been playing it for 2 years, and this is my very first fighting game. I never played a fighting game before. I have lack of experience, but I know how to hustle, man. You know what I'm saying? I know how to put in work. I know how to grind. That's what I am, and that's what I do. That's what I'm proud of, and so I've been streaming my whole entire journey on Twitch at Dr. PGNGM, Dr. PGNGM on all socials, by the way. And yeah, I just want to tell people, a lot of people ask me, man, how did you rise through the ranks so fast? It didn't feel fast, when you're going through it. I always tell people that it was a lot of things. I had my own dedication, my own desire to want to get better, and also more importantly, man, shout out to the people in Twitch, man, the homies that come through on Twitch. They give me a lot of help while I'm streaming, in real time. Hey man, you gotta work on this, work on that, and not only do I take the advice, I also go back and practice and also implement what they're saying, so I could try to get better. I desperately wanted to improve. So yeah, man, my main character is Julia. I got TGP with her. I picked up Asuka about 2 weeks ago. I played her for 10 days, got her to Empress, and then we're thinking about picking up another character, probably Shaheen or Leroy, in light of Tekken 8 that's coming out, because Julia's not there, unfortunately, too much of my dismay. But let's get right to the meat and potatoes, man. The first reason, this is why you're here. The first reason on how to get better in Tekken is stop being ass. Number one, bitch, stop blaming your character. It is not your character's fault. I don't care if you play Yoshimitsu. I don't care if you play Julia, Devil Jin, Kazuya, Katarina, Eddie, the Bears. It doesn't matter. Stop blaming your characters. Your character is not holding you back. If anything, you're holding yourself back. I mean, you're holding the character back. The character's not holding you back. You're holding the character back. Look, the other day, I think Ulsan, he played Kazumi, right? Everybody said Kazumi's weak ever since Arzen Ash won Evo a couple years ago when she was overpowered. Now she's weak, she's trash. He just won the Rev Major with Kazumi. Arzen Ash, we just saw a mirror match with Arzen Ash and Ao, or Ao, I'm not sure of the pronunciation, in Evo. They played Kunimitsu. A lot of people say Kunimitsu was done with. So it's just like, stop blaming the character. If you need to go check out YouTube, go find, if you play Julia, go look at Jian Ding. It's on YouTube. Utilize the technologies that are at your disposal. If you play Shaheen, go look at Lohai's videos. You know what I'm saying? If you play, there's so many people, there's so many people that are representations of each character at a high level that you can easily go do your research, go to the lab, do whatever you got to do, and learn about your character's frames, learn when you're positive, learn some of the sequences that you could do, some of the combo routes that some of these dope players do, But please stop blaming your character. Blaming your character is not gonna do anything for you. Switching your character, you're just gonna be ass on two characters now. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be worse. It's gonna hurt your self-esteem, because now you gonna switch from Jin. You're going to be ass on Jin. Then you go switch to Lucky Chloe. And you're not going to be Kaiser or Azura Broker. You're going to be ass on Lucky Chloe too. Now you're going to be ass on the entire roster. Now all types of asses out. And now you mad. You know what I'm saying? And you want to drop Tekken now. So please do not blame your character. Now I'm not saying that every character is even. So some of you haters and you hard-headed fools out there, do not listen. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying that every character is the same. I'm not saying Marduk is as good as Shaheen or Ganryu is as bad as King. I'm saying that every character is good. There's no bad character in Tekken. That doesn't mean that some characters aren't better than others, but there's absolutely no bad character in Tekken. Look at Nee. Nee's one person. He has every character TGO. You can say, yeah, he's the best, but there's a character, there's some player that has every character every character has some player that has reached TGO with them. Every character has multiple players that have reached TGO with them. So there's really no excuse, man. Every character, as long as you put that passion into that character, you can get the most out of them, at least hit TGO, and you can be good and competitive. Or if you want to just be a good casual or whatever height you want to take the game to, you could do that. Your character's not stopping you. That's one thing that Tekken does a lot of things wrong, but one thing that they do very well is making every character good enough for you to win with, and that's just a fact. Those are just the facts, man. Those are just the facts. So that's rule for still step number one. Step number one, how to stop being ass at Tekken, is to stop blaming your character. My boy Ray's is in the chat. He says facts. So that's a fact, man. My boy D say if you play Fang, you cheating though. But yeah, so every character has some FDX plays Noctis, or go check out my boy Ray's. You can be good with Noctis. There's so many people out there, you know, so anybody that you want to use Huarang, go check out K-Wiss's videos, you know. So yeah, just do your due diligence, man. Stop blaming these characters. Another thing, so let's go, that brings us to step 2, man. Stop blaming the characters that your opponent is using. Yes, I know that you ran into a lot of Marduks. I know. He's slamming your team because you can't break the tackle. I know. You're not good at neutral. I know this. You can't break out the chain grabs. I know. King is busting your head top. I know that you don't know how to be patient. You get counter hit by Brian all damn day. I know this. But guess what? You might fight 1 or 2 Marduks on your way from Ryujin to Emperor. You might fight 3 or 4 Kazuyas on your way from Genbu to Suzaku. But all your opponents is not one character. So you have this mentality already thinking, oh, my character has a deficiency when it comes to Alyssa because she got chainsaws. Guess what? You're not fighting Cuddle Cores, Alyssa. I promise you that. You're not fighting 1,000 Alyssas. You might fight 1 or 2. So what about after Alyssa done beat your ass? What about when you fight Julia? Oh, your character's not as good as Julia, right? It's because Julia's better. Or what about when you go fight Lars now? Oh, it's because Lars doing gymnastics and Power Rangering and doing and looking like Simone Biles in the gym all over your head top. You don't know how to deal with it. Like, it's always an excuse. Get out of this mentality of making excuses. All you have to do is practice. You know, utilize the replays. The replays right here, conveniently, after you fight Lars and he does gymnastics on your head top, trampoline off your head top. You go to the replay, find out what's punishable. Find out, oh, I could have ducked this string. Oh, I could interrupt this string. Oh, all I need to do is space him out. Like Lei, you know, Lei does a lot of shenanigans, space him out, make him kill himself. So there's a lot of things that you could do. Be proactive. Go to the lab, you know, find out what you could do. Find out like, okay, I play Julia, so Asuka does a parry. I could elbow her. She cannot parry elbows or knees. You know, so just figure out things that you could do. Don't worry about what you cannot control. You cannot control how many players pick Fang. You cannot control how many players pick Josie. But you can control that you pick Huarang, and you can learn how to deal with Josie when you use a Huarang. You see what I'm saying? So just worry about what you could do and stop worrying about the opposition and stop trying to see who's better and what this person has and what you don't have. Like, if every character had the same tools, then people would complain that there's no variety in the game. So you just can't make everybody happy. But what you could do is control what you do. So that's 2. It's real easy, man. Real simple. Number 1, stop blaming your character. Number 2, stop blaming your opposition's character. And number 3, this is my biggest one, bro. Stop worrying about tier lists. I don't care. As much as I love Knee, I think Knee's so good. I think Cuddle Core so good. I think Shadow's so good. Arz and Nash so good. I don't give a damn what they think about characters. I love Lil Majin. I rock with GM. These are beasts. You know what I'm saying? Lil Majin is the king player. GM is the lead player. I don't give two F words. As in fucks. I don't know why I said F words. Like, I can't curse. Sorry, mama. I don't give 2 F words what they think about characters. I don't care if they think my character's great. I don't care if they think my character's bad. I don't think they think my character's a C tier, mediocre. I don't give a damn. When I hopped into Tekken, I looked at people always tell me I have the best reason for picking Julia because I'm an engineer. You know, I have my PhD in engineering. I'm an environmental enthusiast. My focus is sustainable energy engineering and focus on heat transfer and thermodynamics. So I have a very big fondness of the environment and keeping that going. When I first picked Tekken, I just cycled through the roster and I immediately wanted to pick Master Raven because I think Master Raven looks the dopest. I thought about picking Josie and Jin because they look dope. I thought about picking Leroy. You know, he got the gold chains like your boy and he got the pit bulls like your boy. I thought he looked dope, but then I saw Julia and I was like, wow. You know, her shirt, her badge on her shirt said reforestation, and people always tell me I have the best reason for picking the character. I was like, yeah, man, that hit me right to my heart because I have a love and passion for the environment, and so does Julia. That's it. I didn't look at the last 18 tournaments. I wasn't even aware of tournaments. It was unbeknownst to me that people were playing this competitively. Like I said, this is my first fighting game, and I wasn't really into the fighting game culture like that, or FGC and Noob competitions like that until I started streaming. And then, so none of that crossed my mind. I didn't go back and look at, oh, what character was this person, was John Ding using Julia when he won the tournament? Was he using Eddie? Was he using Lucky Chloe? I found out all this post the fact that I picked Julia, you know what I'm saying? So you got to have a passion with your character. Stop worrying about what other people think. Like I said, every character in this game is good, has a capacity to be good. You need to check yourself and worry about what you're doing. And who cares about who the top 5 that Nee thinks are good? Nee has every character TGO, so that's proof right there that you could be TGO. And sometimes people have their personal biases. Like, I'm just saying, you know, we're all human. But if Nee goes and fights Cherry Berry Mango or CBM and he loses in the first of 5, and Cherry Berry Mango is using Noctis, this is a true story, it's not a coincidence that after he loses, he's gonna say, "Oh, Noctis is the best, is a top 5 character now," because we naturally put our own bias into it. Because he's like, and Nee is, to me, Nee is the best. So, but in his mind, you know, you're being the best. You're probably gonna think like, okay, this person's not really better than me. It's just that this character is so strong that I'm not saying that Nee did this for sure. I'm not saying Noctis is or is not top 5, but you gotta understand that people will have biases, and naturally, if I lose to this character, I'm gonna naturally think that this character is better than what they might really be in actuality. It might just be that that player just had a good day, or they're better than me, or whatever, and it's okay. So stop worrying about what people say, man. So the top 3 rules from Dr. PGNGM is stop blaming your character, stop blaming other characters, and stop worrying about what others say about your character, you know, as far as the tier list goes. But look, man, I see people in the chat, man. My boy DZ talking, he said facts. My boy Cloudy says big facts. You know what I'm saying? My boy, everybody talking in the chat. We got my boy Sigma. You know, Sigma. Wait, you said Hal says when the chat asks, is this scripted? That's crazy, Hal. So I got my boy Sigma in the chat, man. My boy, those of you that are familiar with the channel, you know, my guy Sigma, we had him. I interviewed him a couple weeks, a few months ago, man, about, you know, because he's one of the people that's instrumental in my growth at Tekken. He's an OG. He's been playing Tekken for a while. Very hip to the game. Very hip to the fundamentals of the game, the mechanics of the game. He's a very good player, man. TGO, multiple characters. He's been playing for a long time. You to beat a lot of your favorite Tekken professional players now. You know what I'm saying? My boy very humble, and he's very good. So he has an opinion. I see him in the chat. I'm gonna see if I could get him into the channel. He could join us, man. So y'all could get an expert's opinion on this instead of just me, because I'm neophyte. I'm new to the game, so you know I don't really know much. I can just tell you how I feel. But let's see what he thinks about what I said and his opinion on the topic. Let's see if we can get him. I'm gonna try to call him right now. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. My boy Sigma in the chat. Let's see if we can get him on this call. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, sir. We got him. We got him. We got him. No, we ain't get him. We ain't get him. I thought we got him. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, sir. We got him right there, man. My boy on the call. Let me unmute him. Let's go. Let's give a cheer for my boy real quick. We got to bring in my boy Big Sigma in the building. The GOAT right there, man. What it do, bro? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you joining us. Like I said, I gave everybody an introduction to you, man. This is my brother right here, man, all the way from Texas. You know what I'm saying? He Texas, big Texas. You know, my boy. He a beast at the game. Like I said, he gave me a lot of help, man. He's a beast of a player. And I want you to know, but what do you think about what I said, man? The top 3 reasons about. We gonna break it down one by one. So what do you think? What do you think about my my assessment that a lot of people who suck at the game, big reason why they suck is that number 1, they always blame their character. What do you think about that?
Well, I've always been the one to really not blame a character. I mean, any character in this game can win. It's obviously been proven that, you know, even I guess, you know, the lowest tier character, so they call it, you know, has won, you know, a major or whatever. So I think it really just depends on the player.
Facts.
Some characters have certain tools that feel like an advantage to other characters, but at the end of the day, if that player is good enough, they can win with any character. It really doesn't matter. You know, if I can go out there and use Fang, and someone else could be using the, you know, Kazumi or Panda or whatever, and I'll still get my ass kicked. So it didn't really matter,
right?
You know, about the character. It was about I just got outplayed. You know, even if I was using Fang or Marduk or whatever. So it really just depends. But no, I don't like to blame the characters for anything. I mean, that's one thing a lot of people do nowadays. You know, they like to complain about the character and stuff.
Facts.
And yeah, characters could be annoying, and it's okay to complain. But to say that someone only got TGO or won because of that character is just bullshit. I mean,
bullshit, bro. Bullshit, man. You tell them shut their mouth, man. Cállate la boca, puta. Because that joke, I feel like it's such a discredit to the people's grind that they put in. You know, it's really just being a hater. You know what I'm saying? It's really just being a hater, man. Like, not saying that, you know, some people don't have characters that suit their play style better than others, yes. And maybe some people are abusing things maybe on the character, yes. But you got to learn to adapt, man. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Focus on what you're doing, what you can control. So it seems like we're in agreement and concurrence on that, man. I agree with you 100%, man. I really can't stand when people say, oh, this person only did such and such because of their character. Like, they even, and you know, what was mind-blowing to me is that, you know, the top tier players like Arzan Ash and Need, they're not exempt from it either. Bro, I was watching Cuddlecore play whooping somebody behind, and they're like, oh, it's just because Alyssa's so cheap with the chainsaws. Excuse me. like she can use anybody. They can use anybody. Like, Nia has won tournaments with anybody. You know, like Arzan Ash has won tournaments with multiple people. Gian Ding has won tournaments with, he just won a tournament with Eddie. In addition to Julia, you know, it's like what how many more characters do you need to see win before you give people their credit? I don't get it, bro. I don't get it, bro.
Exactly.
Yep. So it seems like we're in a concurrence when it comes to number one, stop blaming characters. We heard that from Sigma right there. What about number two, man? What about blaming your opponent's characters? As far as, you know, whooping your behind. What could you offer? What advice could you offer those that blame their opponent's characters all day?
I mean, and honestly, that's still kind of like, you know, number one, blaming the character in general.
Facts.
It's whether it's yours or, you know, someone, whether it's telling somebody they're only that good or winning matches because of that character or the fact that you're losing to that character, it still goes down to the player because
facts.
You know, respectfully, you know, I always talk shit about how that nigga is ass. I'm not gonna take that back, but the fact that
how in the chat right now, I'll catch a strays. Pew pew pew.
But it's like, bro, he using Fang, right?
Right.
And like realistically, like respectfully, he's not gonna be a TGP with any other character. So I can understand where people are gonna say, well, Fang carries because look at what he's able to accomplish with Fang, but he can't do this with another character. But
hey, Hal, you better duck, bro. You catching bullets, bro. You can't. No, it's all love, man. How's a mod in my chat, just like Sigma's a mod. It's our guy. We can take jokes, man. That's really family, man. How is a beast, man. But go ahead, talk. Go ahead. I'm gonna sip my tea, my water. Go ahead, let you talk.
But it's just like, you know, it's just more of like house comfort. He's comfortable with that character. Right. He knows like his mix-ups, stuff like that. So he knows how to get past shit with that specific character. Right. And he plays other characters like Chloe and whoever the hell else he plays. I don't know who the hell he plays.
Eddie. He plays Eddie as well.
Yeah, I didn't even know that because that's just like how terrible he is. It's just like, you know, people are gonna look at him and be like, "This man's only a TVP because he plays Fang." So it's understandable because that's just what he's comfortable with. That's his main character. Right. But to say he's actually carried by Fang, not really. You know, it just depends on how you play the game, and overall, it's like, you know, it always goes based off the person. I mean, any character can win at the end of the day. Any character can win. That's a fact.
That's a fact, man. I agree with you 1,000%, man. Like all jokes aside, man, I really think that you know, like you said, it's definitely related and connected to the first point that characters will do more for certain people, and especially if they like the cheese. There's characters that are more prone to being cheesy than others, of course. But at the end of the day, man, you gotta find what works for you, man. You know, find what works for you, and don't, even if there's no shame in switching characters. So I'm not saying, we're not saying that you shouldn't switch characters. We advocate for you to be good on multiple characters, but to switch characters because your character is deficient or your character is, you know, has some type of deficiency or insufficiency or is not good enough, that's bullshit, man. It's not the character issue. You gotta check yourself or you wreck yourself. Now, step 3, man. What do you think about, now step 3 to not being ass? What do you think about stop worrying about what other people say as far as tiers go? Whether you're a pro or not, what do you think about that?
I mean, I never really cared for tier lists.
Thank you.
You know, playing the OG Tekkens, you know, people always said like, you know, Steve and, you know, even in Tekken 6, you know, I know how good Bob was in Tekken 6. I know he was one of the best characters for sure. You know, he was, you know, the game was just made like that, you know. But at the end of the day, like I said, like, you know, it's just like any character can win, you know. But I would say more in older Tekkens, even though never cared about tier lists, characters were really, really broken. I think that's why they made the game to have updates. This is the first Tekken that had updates to.
Oh wow, really?
Characters. Because in older Tekkens, if a character was broken from launch, you dealt with that shit till the game died. Like,
see, I didn't know that. Me being new to Tekken, I didn't know that.
In Tekken 6,
right?
Stayed broken.
Okay. For the lifespan and duration of the game. So if somebody was broken, then you just had to deal with it. Then so this all this bitching is new.
That's why like I'm not saying nothing bad about New School or like Tekken 7 because I still play it myself.
Right.
But it's like I feel like social media and just people in general just fucked up the game because like they go and cry about shit and now they could fucking change it and they can be like, okay, well I'm gonna go ahead and nerf this guy. I'm gonna buff this shit. But back then it's like if that shit was broken, you found a way to fucking get around it.
Right.
And now it's like, okay, I could just wait for the patch. And then this character, like Devil Jin, for example.
Right.
He was good in Tekken 7 at first. Then they nerfed the shit out of him. And now where do you see Devil Jin? Nobody plays that fucking character anymore.
That's true.
Why? Because he sucks now.
Right. Okay.
So it's like, you know, back then when a character was good, they were good. And you just dealt with it. And you just had to play the game. That's the way the game was made. Okay,
no, that's cool. It's interesting. See, I didn't know you dropping facts. You know, facts on facts. This be my first tech. I didn't know that. I do think sometimes, you know, like I know I heard, like I said, I've only been playing for 2 years, but I did hear about how broken some characters were, and like you alluded to, Bob or whoever was broken in the other games. I do think that it's good that the developers listen to the community, but I agree with you that they shouldn't go overboard, you know, because then you're factoring things like, okay, well, this person is a big content creator, so he must be right, or he must be regurgitating or be a reflection of what the community thinks, and that might not be true. You know, it might just be what they think, you know, them personally. So yeah, I can see the issue that arises from that. But yeah, man, I think people just, so at the end of the day, just stop being soft, man. Worry about what you can do. Stop being soft. Pull your skirt down, you know what I'm saying? Man up, you know, and just be good, man. Worry about what you can do. Like, if I could do it, I'm new to the game. There's people that been stuck in red ranks since the game, just for the lifespan of Tekken. That's approaching a decade. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And I done hit multiple characters. I'm new to the game. I done got the second highest rank, you know what I'm saying, in less than 2 years. So, but like I said, I have a mentality. My mentality is different. You know, I like to control, worry about what I can control. I'm human. I'm going to complain while I'm playing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to complain to the point where I feel helpless. I can't do anything. You know, I'm still going to be proactive about it. Still going to holler at my big bro Sigma when it comes to Tekken, you know what I'm saying? OG in the game. Still going to holler at my boy Magic in the chat, Airy in the chat, Hurdle in the gang, you know, in the game. You know, I'm going to holler at my boy Zilla, and they going to get me right. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go check out YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because YouTube exists. Google's your friend, bro. If you having trouble with the move, Google that shit, man. Go look at somebody. If you're not good, if you feel like you're not doing good with your character, go look at a representation of somebody who's a beast with your character. You know what I'm saying? That's a pro online that won a big tournament or whatever. You know, there's plenty of people. There's a person for every character. Multiple people for any character. There's a multitude of great people with your character. But I promise you that plethora of footage that you could review if you really want to get better, man. So that's it, man. And then guess what? If you don't apply these things, you're gonna be asked in Tekken 8 too. Then what you gonna say? What you gonna be asked in Tekken 8 too? So just apply these things, and yeah, you'll be good, man. You heard it right here from Dr. PGNGM and my boy Sigma, man. What else do you want? Go practice. That's it, man. Peace.
Yeah.
Appreciate having you, Sigma.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Enjoy what you just saw? Click on this playlist for more of my online matches and battles against the hardest CPU. Follow my other socials as well. Don't forget to like the video.